Babies are a thing of the past for many of us, but young couples have that biological clock ticking. They need a baby. It's what we're programmed to do. But many people aren't able to, either because of infertility or we have same-sex couples who are looking to alternative routes to have that little bundle of joy in their life. So adoption, surrogacy, in vitro fertilization, artificial insemination, all of these things have become increasingly popular in recent years. But how does it affect us legally?
Okay, please unmute everybody. We're live on YouTube. One moment. The 37th Circuit Court is now in session with the Honorable Brian K. Kirkham presiding. It is Wednesday, November 1st, 2023 at 1:31 p.m. And this is case 2023-2188 DP, Keaton Roach versus Kaitlyn Frew. Attorney Sharp for plaintiff. Brittany Frew is the interested third party.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. Court will note the appearance of Ms. Sharp on behalf of the petitioner in this matter. Ms. Sharp, are you ready to proceed?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. And I guess Kaitlyn Frew, are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
And Brittany Frew, are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Sharp, do you wish to make an opening statement or proceed to proof?
I'll proceed to proofs, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Correct. I would call Keaton Roach.
Okay, Mr. Roach, if you would raise your right hand, we'll have you sworn in, then we'll proceed.
Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Sharp, when you're ready.
Thank you. Mr. Roach, to your knowledge, is Miss Frew, both Miss Frew, Kaitlyn and Brittany located in, living in Calhoun County currently?
To my knowledge, that is accurate, yes.
Okay. And now there is a minor child to this case, and currently what you're petitioning is that this minor child is actually yours, and you're requesting a revocation of paternity. Did you and Miss Kaitlyn Frew have a, I guess, a sexual relationship at the time that your child was conceived?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And you approximately know when she actually conceived? Would it be around April?
2022, I'd
Okay.
say.
Okay. And when was the child delivered, to your knowledge?
January 4th of 2023.
Okay. And the child in question to this matter is, what is your child's name?
Grayson David Lee Frew.
Okay. And at the time of birth, were you present?
Yes, I was at the hospital. However, I was not permitted to be in the birthing suite.
Okay. And did you have any chance to sign an affidavit of parentage, or was Miss Frew currently married at that time, to your knowledge?
I was not given the opportunity, no, and to my knowledge, Miss Frew, both Kaitlyn and Brittany were married at that time, for my knowledge, at least at most a month.
The reason mom being married matters is because in Michigan, when you have a child and you're married, it's automatically assumed that your spouse is the other parent to the child, and their name is automatically put on the birth certificate. So Miss Brittany Frew was automatically put on the birth certificate of the child of Miss Kaitlyn Frew and Mr. Keaton Roach.
Okay. But at that time, did you have any knowledge that they were married, or did you find out at that time that they were married?
By at that time, are you referring to
At the time that you were, yeah, at the delivery.
Yes, I knew they were married for that month. I found out a month prior in early December.
Okay.
When I found their physical marriage license.
Okay. Now, how old is your child
He will
currently?
be 10 months old this Saturday, but right now he's 9 months.
9 months? Okay. And did you take a paternity test regarding this minor child and yourself?
I did.
Okay. And do you recall when you took that paternity test?
I believe it was in February of 2023.
Okay. And where did you take that paternity test at?
Three Rivers, Michigan, for the DNA Diagnostic Center, although I believe they outreached to a local medical clinic.
Okay. So to your knowledge, this was an accredited facility when you took a paternity test through. Is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And what were the results of that paternity test?
That I am the biological father of Grayson with over a 99% probability.
Okay. And were those was the result of the DNA test attached to your complaint for paternity?
Yes, it was.
Now, have you been having parenting time with your child this time?
Yes, Kaitlyn and I share a 50-50 custody order of Grayson right now.
Okay, so that your child looks to you as their father at this point, at least what a 9-month-old can do.
Oh, yes, yes.
And is there anything else you would like the court to know regarding this matter?
Just that I've never not been there as Grayson's father. I volunteer my time whenever I can to make sure that he's taken care of. Whenever, say, Kaitlyn or when they were together, Brittany had anything going on, I was always the one to be watching him. Whenever Kaitlyn was sick, when she had to leave, I was the go-to caretaker. I am his father.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Roach, in this matter, have you, in fact, taken any financial responsibility for the child?
I have purchased my own supplies for him, including his formula, diapers, wipes, toys, other forms of baby food, and of course the transportation to and from my and Miss Ruth's residences. No other form of child support has been established at this time.
Okay,
So
have you provided any medical insurance for the child? Were you responsible for any of the birthing expenses, anything like that?
No, they were covered under his mother's insurance.
Okay. Okay, I'll open up Miss Kaitlyn for you. Do you have any questions for Mr. Roach?
No, I do not.
Okay. And Brittany, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Sharp, you didn't, so I'll ask, you referenced the DNA test results. You did not seek to have those admitted. Is that your intent?
Yes, Your Honor, it is my intent.
Okay. Ms. Kaitlyn Friero, do you have any response to the offer of the DNA test report?
No.
And Brittany, do you?
No.
Okay. The court will admit the DNA test report from DNA Diagnostic Center. It was dated February 7, 2023, signed by Deepti L. Kumar, PhD, Lab Director of DNA Diagnostic Center, showing a probability of paternity of 99.999999% paternity in this matter. With that, Ms. Sharp, you have any other witnesses?
I believe that we've hit all the elements, but I can call Kaitlyn Friero.
That's, if you wish to do so, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will
Ms.
call.
Friero, we're going to have you raise your right hand and we'll have you testify.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Sharp.
Thank you. Ms. Frew, are you disputing that Mr. Roach is the father, the actual biological father of your child?
No, he is the biological father.
Okay, and that is Grayson Frew?
Yes.
Okay. And at the time that your child was born, are you disputing that you were married at that time?
No, I was married.
Okay. So is it to your knowledge that due to your marriage, Miss Brittany Frew was automatically put onto the birth certificate?
Yes, she was put onto the birth certificate. There has been statements made that she signed an affidavit of parentage, that I am not aware of. There was no affidavit of parentage presented to me at the hospital. I did ask the hospital whether or not Keaton was supposed to sign an affidavit of parentage or be put on the birth certificate at my time at the hospital. I was told no because he wasn't married to me. So they're on it.
Okay. Okay. So so you're not disputing that if the court were to revoke paternity, you're not disputing or opposing it. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. I'll leave it up to you, Brittany Frew. Do you have any questions of Kaitlyn Frew?
No, I do not.
Okay, thank you. Any additional witnesses, Ms. Sharp?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. I guess Kaitlyn Frew, do you have any witnesses?
No, I do not.
And Brittany, do you have any witnesses?
No, I do not.
Okay. Looks like all of the proofs have been presented then. At this point, Ms. Sharp, you wish to make a closing statement?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe through the testimony that all of the elements have been met. The minor child is located in Calhoun County with Miss Frew. At the time of conception, there was a sexual relationship between Keaton Roach and Miss Frew. And there is a paternity test that was admitted through the court regarding Grayson Frew and Keaton Roach, determining that he was 99.99999% the probability of paternity. And so therefore it was determined that he is the father biologically. At the time of birth, due to the fact that Miss Frew was married, Brittany Frew was automatically put onto the birth certificate, and Mr. Roach could not sign an affidavit of parentage. Nobody is contesting this case, and I believe that all of the elements have been met. It is within the 3 years of the child's birth. And so I would ask the court to revoke Brittany Frew's paternity and put Keaton Roach on as the actual legal father. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kaitlyn Frew, do you have any closing statement to make?
I do want to touch bases on the point that there was a point while I was at the hospital that it was discussed of Keaton coming up and signing an affidavit of parentage in which his father and him came to an agreement that they were not signing the affidavit of parentage before a DNA test was done. Also, I do want to mention that as far as the sexual relationship goes, we had a sexual relationships in terms of trying to artificially inseminate a child.
Wait, what?
As far as the sexual relationship goes, we had a sexual relationships in terms of trying to artificially inseminate a child.
Oh, Kaitlyn, honey, we gotta have a talk about what the term artificial means.
That he didn't want rights to his child in the beginning. I'm not opposed to him obtaining rights or being added to the birth certificate because he has been involved in Grayson's life, and I do believe that his child deserves a relationship with his biological father. So in those terms, I do agree.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Brittany Frew, do you have any closing statement?
No, I do not.
Okay, thank you. Well, in this matter, the court has heard the testimony. In this case, testimony from the petitioner, Mr. Roach, is that he did engage in sexual relations with the defendant at the time of conception. At the time of conception back in April of 2022, that the child was born on January 4, 2023, that the defendant and Miss Brittany Frew had gotten married approximately a month earlier than the date of birth. And as a result, the defendant couldn't be placed on the birth certificate or sign an acknowledgement of paternity, although Miss Kaitlyn Frew has disputed that and said, well, that the plaintiff wanted a DNA test first to make a determination in that regard. But there's no doubt, and none of the parties dispute, that the petitioner is in fact the biological father of Grayson David Lee Frew. In this particular matter, the testimony has shown that since the child's birth, that he and Kaitlyn Frew have engaged in, again, co-parenting of the child. He states on a 50-50 basis. He also states he has volunteered and participated when he is needed as well. He has, as he stated, taken some financial responsibility providing for the child's needs and material needs when the child is in his care. And all of these facts are without dispute. And as a result, the court will, pursuant to Michigan Compiled Law 722.1441, will determine that this child, Grayson David Lee Frew, is a child born out of wedlock and is not issue of this particular marriage, but that the petitioner, Keaton Roach, is in fact the biological father of Grayson. So with that, Ms. Sharp, did you provide us with an order as well in this matter?
No, but I can provide it.
If you would, and if you would, you can get, there is a form order that you can provide if you wish to do that and submit under 7-day. And we will get that entered. That will conclude this matter. Best of luck to everyone, and the court will end this matter at 1:47 p.m. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our lesson for today is put it in writing, even if, you're doing a little not artificial. Yeah. Always have a contract. It's important.